In če je to že prva spletna razprava v slovenščini, pa
If this is the first online discussion in Slovene, and let me use our Štajerska dialect and say, te pa gremo, let's begin, let's kick off. And all of us, with the exception of Dr. Omladic, are students of this area. We don't know a lot. This is a slippery slope for all of us, where we can fall, where we can learn from experience, and it can happen that these lessons are quite costly sometimes. So let me kick off with a thought. I love digitalization. I am enthusiast. It's connected to my name. Perhaps all Brigittas are enthusiastic in digitalization, but we became secretaries of huge corporations, banks, states. During this conference, I got a message that I have a new message in my online bank, that I got a new invoice from my power supply, and my insurance company informed me that I've been sitting for 3 hours and I should stand up and walk around. And there is still a number of things that we have to do on our own. The question is, should we resist these messages? Is this limiting, encroaching on our own right to deal with our free time? Do we have any choice of doing or being different? What do you say? Who will kick off and break the ice? Or this is the first question for our presenters.
Ja, zdaj se veste, Luka, če nihče od 80 prisotnih nič ne reče, bom vesela, če boste vi, ampak pripričana sem pa, da nekdo, ki bo prvi in se bo pogubljal, bo tudi dobra spodbuda za vse ostale. Tako da izvolite, mogoče Luka za začetek dodate še kakšno vašo.
Bom pa eno čisto kratko misel dal. Seveda, tehnologiji ne moremo pobegati.
We cannot escape technologies, and there is no point in doing that. This is a huge part of our being historically. Technology has been designed and produced, and we know who is doing that. If we have a social media such as Facebook, there are engineers behind and the owners of the company. They are planning this technology based on some intentions. And as for the owners, the Facebook should generate advertising response as much as possible, and our wish being users is different. There are numerous paths to empower the society and individuals to somehow manage this design from training and education. This is something most important, so that the users are familiar with how the technology works, that it is no longer a black box, that we know how it works, that we know what algorithms are, what programs and scripts are. And this can be a part of the answer. Education at all levels. And this is also captured by the declaration or convention, and then also legislation about the standards of technologies. Now, digital technologies really are quickly designed, so quickly that some user standards cannot follow them. So this is a tiny part of the answer. The empowerment through education, so that we know what the technologies do, how it is produced and previously designed, and the democratic impact of the society on
proizvajajo in plasirajo.
Hvala lepa za to razmišljanje, ki je odprlo tudi dodatno vprašanje svobode. To je nekaj, na kar smo vsi zelo občutljivi. Ko se nam svoboda vzame, smo pravzaprav zelo pozorni na to in se ponavadi kmalu pritožimo. Kadar pa jo pa smo na nek način zadovoljni. To se kaže tudi en pravzaprav konflikt med tem, da s tem, ko pristopamo na ta način z digitalizacijo do nekih storitev, do nekih kot uporabniki, seveda na nek način plačujemo svobodo. Ali bomo za položnice plačali na banki, bomo pa 12, ali bomo to naredili iz domačega hotela po tisočeri. Meni se počutimo veliko bolj svobodne, hkrati pa seveda nas je točno ta videzna svoboda omejila v tem, kaj nam je sploh ponujeno, kaj je. Prej je gospod Jermol omenjal umetno inteligenco, ki izbere ali pa nas zdi v enega 16 tipov.
The artificial intelligence, one of 16 types,
Ema je postavila pravzaprav že prej vprašanje, na to temo, ko izbiramo vsebine, zakaj in kako to počnemo. Skušala opozoriti na ta andragoški motiv, ko vendarle prilagajamo ne samo vsebino, jaz bi rekla predvsem didaktični pristop, način izpeljave človeku, hkrati pa si Ema postavila tudi vprašanje, ali etika inteligence, ali
whether it is the ethics of intelligence or the ethics in artificial intelligence. Any thoughts?
Ja, hvala lepa, Brigita. Hvala
Thank
lepa
you,
seveda
Brigita,
za organizatorjem, da
and
ste se odločili za
I would like to thank the
zelo pomembno
organizers
razpravo,
for this very
ki bo
important
zaznamovala,
discussion,
upam, da
which
prispevala k
will
boljšemu
mark
življenju človeka na
our
Zemlji.
lives and hopefully
Seveda
contribute to
čuvanju
better
narave, ampak to je
life
samo za uvod.
of
Ja, to vprašanje se mi postavlja predvsem najprej zato,
Yes, I have this
se mi zdi, da
question
vendarle
because it
človek
seems to
narekuje, kaj
me
bo
that
umetna inteligenca počela.
people dictate what the artificial intelligence will do. Some days ago I attended a conference and a director of a modern company of the future
vprašanje,
raised the following question. What is placed first, people or technology? To me, this is no question.
Bom rekla široko
And,
polje,
we
mogoče samo spomnila mogoče
somehow,
na romantične čase konec 90-ih let, ko se je začelo
have come across a very broad field. Let me go back to the 90s with the start of online training and education. I was lucky to be a member of a team setting up formal remote education, and I remember those romantic moments. An American author, Gina Shi, wrote a book, Ethics,
10 pravil, kako naj bi se
10
pogovarjali takrat, ko
rules
smo nadaljavo.
how to talk
Kaj
remotely,
spoštovati, zato da bomo še
what
vedno
to
ohranjali svoje
respect,
človeške
to
lastnosti.
maintain our
Danes
own
smo priča
characteristics,
vsem mogočim
and today
oblikam,
we can witness
govora,
all
socialnih
forms
omrežij.
of
Najbrž
talks and
so
speeches
nekatera
in social
do
media.
skrajnosti
Some
nesprejemljiva.
are totally
in se mi zdi, da je to tisto,
unacceptable,
kar je v
and
prvi vrsti
I believe
najbolj
that this is
pomembno.
something that
Omenila sem Brigita
matters.
spoštljivost.
Brigita, you mentioned respect that should be applied in our communication. This is what identifies us as people, and ethics is what we should adhere to.
To, kar si odprla,
And what you opened up, who will take us there, who will take us into the future? We ourselves, with the assistance of the technology, or will it be the technology taking us to the future? Occasionally I have a feeling that it's the technology taking us there. Maybe I'm a bit old-fashioned, but we should ask ourselves why a man is the most developed creature on this planet, and what helps us to live a better and more comfortable life.
Hvala, Ema, da si bila
These are
prva,
my thoughts.
ampak tudi drugi
Thank you,
biti
Emma, for being the first,
Miti je
but
bolj dali
also
besedo.
being the second one
Izvolite.
is an important role to play. Mitya, as Luca said, I will be partly a philosopher, And then I will also try to look at this acquisition. What seems important to me is that the humankind, it all started with the internet, but even earlier, so it is entering this continuous connecting. It means that the network of interdependency, Brigitta, you mentioned that you received 3 bills, because you are connected to 3 providers. If you had 4 or 5 banks, you would receive more messages. This connectivity means that we are social creatures, we have to be, we are happy to have friends and meet nice people. On the other hand, we wish to live comfortable lives. You won't take your litter to a distant destination or location, but you will pay somebody to do it for you. And there will be a relationship established. And when building a network, there's mathematics. In each network, law of potency is established. Somebody can exit the connections, and those that can impact the network will remain, be it Google or something else. Due to these connections, somebody gets this power of influencing, of impacting. I often ask people when I give lectures whether they use Google Maps when going somewhere they have never been, to somewhere unknown. So the application will even tell you avoid this part because there's a standstill. How did Google obtain this data? From other sources. All of a sudden we all contribute so that those who manage to avoid the standstill are in a better position. So somehow, if I get stuck, I will report, and this will be an important piece of information for those who can eventually avoid this situation. So we build networks, and Luca will remember this philosopher, Frenchman Pierre Levy, who wrote the book Symbiotic Man. So he had this idea that we people build a super thing, a super being, not a robot. NAI, where we all contribute and we all get something. Super AI can be subject to some values. One of the ladies said before that there is a question of what AI can generate today. If you imagine AI, well, the part that is still under development, with cognitive abilities, if you imagine it as a small child, and if this child is repeatedly told bad words, swearing words, this is what is on the internet, hate speech, negative news, what you don't want to read. So this is what AI can use to build a model. But this is the result of us not being friendly to each other. AI can produce this model, and this is a mirror to us. And we are not satisfied with what we see, and we say we have to be afraid of this artificial intelligence. Typically, for example, will AI dominate the humankind? For example, will there be something like Schwarzenegger shooting? Why would this robot be doing this? What does it gain by killing people? Because if you can picture a robot, there is no life expectancy, and we have people have limitations, restrictions. After 100 years, you have to buy time. Nothing like this with a robot. If you remember a robot in Hitchhiker's Guide, the robot gets depressed and bored because nothing new happens. AI as something we try to build to outsmart the existing tools, builds or functions based on within different moral frameworks. But there is no issue as to why this should exceed or dominate people. The question is whether we can use what this AI produces. So it's networking. Secondly, all of a sudden, we understand that we are individuals in the global world, so you always follow the traffic rules when driving. This can be understood as limitation of your freedom, but of course you want to contribute to the safety, road safety. You don't wish to hit anybody. And then something else, where AI knows something that we don't, and we can do things AI can't. So this is my reply. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. Maybe this is what frightens us, that robots would be able to do what we can do. Before I give the floor to Mr. Darek Stojan, I would like to raise another question. I am a biologist. Somebody was talking about virtual ecosystem, biotope, ecology, studying or examining the relations, and then it is almost everything clear to me. But virtual ecosystem, although I sometimes live in it or use it, I am part of it, but it's not clear to me who takes litter, who cleans virtual space, what are the rules of the game. Can we simply answer the question, is there a limited period of the existence of this environment? Will it die one day?
Luka, vi ste dvignili roko ali ste želeli?
You raised your hand, did you wish later on? I wanted to reply, replica, and now I will put this question to the virtual space and give the floor to Darek Stojan, and then according to your registrations, how your hands were raised. Yes, Darek Stojan. I come from entrepreneurial side within the Chamber of Arts and Crafts, where we talk about the need of lifelong learning and digitalization, and I'm highly critical why Slovenia is so much behind in that case. I won't take part in this philosophical discussion. I am a pragmatist, a pragmatic person, and you make me slightly embarrassed with this high philosophy in Slovenia. We have to be pragmatic and practical, and what Mitja said, I always repeat his lucid things of what they are doing at the Institute and what they've achieved at the Institute is by establishing this UNESCO center that we no longer use more to larger extent in Slovenia. The question is, why don't we do more with such great experts in Slovenia? Why in the field of digitalization we are so behind? We are not the worst, but still not among the best. And the trend of lifelong learning, why is not expanding faster? That is the question for the Andragogical Center of Slovenia. I respect you highly. You've published a lot of literature, but in real life we don't see your work enough. All the publications on the need of lifelong learning and how we can keep on learning through our lives. You've put it greatly on paper, but it hasn't transferred to life, not enough, in my opinion. I come from real world, from real sector, where the labor market, I believe into the market, in the position and the power of the market, and the labor market is a very hard, tough one. And if we want to raise the economy to a higher level, not to lag behind the states that were behind us in the past and now are overtaking us, we will have to do much more on knowledge from the kindergarten to till we die. And we are very weak in transferring all our knowledge to practice. OECD quotes us as poor. EU Commission sees us as poor. And at the labor market we see that we don't have high qualified workers, skilled workers to be competitive with the industries with higher added values. We have to be critical within the arts and crafts sector, where we are very, very behind. Perhaps at our chamber we do not enough, and we have to assume our part of responsibility for such a bad situation. One part of responsibility is up to the people working in arts and crafts, and my appeal here to you, all of you, is let's change the way how we organize our education and find the motivation for people working in practice, people who are at the end of their working years, in time of their retirement, to get more motivated for lifelong learning, not as we have it today, not to bring people into lecture rooms to sign off the training and operators earning their wages. I'm highly critical of such learning. With all preparations, we have to motivate people to really learn, to study. We use a lot of money. Over 80 million euros are intended for adult education. I am highly critical how we use these funds. It's not transparent enough. These are serious questions. How in the future this money should be spent differently, in a different way, through technology, but in the true sense of learning. Not to say that philosophy is not important, but pragmatic approach is more needed to change the relations in the labor market, to increase our level of knowledge, to be able to produce higher added value products and to change the motivation. Apologies, I took a bit more time, but I feel it is my duty to mention this from the view of small economy. Thank you for your contribution. I am happy that you mentioned the learning adult. We no longer use 80 million for adult education. Now the number is much lower, but I agree that the Professional Council, we've discussed the documents and the amounts are much lower. Luca, you wanted to reply? Okay. You have the floor, Luca? Yes, my mic? Okay, thank you. I had an experience 3 years ago within the framework of UNESCO. We were invited to the French Academy of Science and we were introduced to the French program of digitalization and AI development, and the mathematician, the main Macron's mathematician coordinator of that group mentioned that our starting point was to create a multidisciplinary group. Half of the people should come from social sciences and human sciences. And in Slovenia, oftentimes philosophy is used and applied as a bad word, but in a number of digitally developed countries, the situation is much different. And these are important social phenomena, and our approach should be complex. You have to consider the market and the engineering knowledge, but these are social, moral phenomena, and you should discuss them in a comprehensive way. But from pragmatic view, I agree with you. Yes. Thank you for your contribution. Yes, it is true. If we start discussing who is more important, who is more powerful, who should be more powerful, we get into the loop that we try to avoid. Respectful communication, cooperation. We all should contribute to improvements in our lives. And this is the right way forward. This was mentioned by Ima and Mojca Kološec in the chat room. We need philosophy and ethics as part of our discussion, and engineering knowledge as well. And we also need adult learning. If we are here today, highly digital literate people, where are our training participants? We deal with ethics in new technologies. What every fourth Slovenian person deals with low literacy skills. They can plug in or turn on the computer if internet is working with possible access to internet. Not every citizen in Europe, in Slovenia, has access to internet. So what is the main question of average adults dealing with digitalization and online? Daria Kušar wanted to mention something more. Daria, please take the floor.
Hello. I would like to take the floor as a person. Currently, I'm in my office, at my workplace, and I experience what I would experience in front of a full hall. I have stage fright, so my bodily responses are typical for somebody who needs to speak up. Although this is, even if it is taking place in the virtual setting, while listening to all of you in this introduction, in the material for today's event, it is stressed that this digitization or transformation involves everybody, all layers of society. It is true. We are learning in a different way. Some are more audio, some are more there are different types of learners, and how much time we are present, this is what we adjust ourselves and we get organized. So, time has always been there, but first it was the dark and the light, and then there were clocks and something needed to be done at a certain time. We had seasons, and now we are constantly connected, all the time, continuously. If we want to disconnect from everything going on, we still take our phones and get connected and download something. But in life, the turning points that we had in the past, with the extension of our life expectancy, also these turning points come later in our lives, and it's great to have lifelong learning. This is clear to us. We have to learn all the time. At the level of digitization and digital transformation, we have such small bits, so that we tend to forget that digitization is one of the ways of functioning in the society, and we all have a huge responsibility. We need to be able to manage our time and define the quality of what is still acceptable through this digitization and what is not. Again, this is a kind of Middle Ages, when ladies had to wear corsets and it was so tight that they almost suffocated. And this also limits me today. We have shouldered ourselves with a lot of obligations. How do we need to look, how we are expected to behave, and we neglect the human element. I will put it this way. If I am educated at a certain level, so my first seminar assignment was still typed. I used a typewriter, and now it's computers all over. Primary school became mandatory with Maria Theresa, but there are still individuals who haven't completed primary education. And we said that digitization should be mastered by everybody. It seems to me that there is a huge responsibility. Us, adult educators, adult education providers. Namely, we are forcing everybody to do this. Thank you, Darja, for your practical thoughts. This reminded us what is at the forefront and how we feel. The responsibility of an individual, which has been strengthened through digitization, especially, let's say, if we think of data protection. The Europeans are a nice, we set a nice example to the rest of the world. We have this GDPR regulation, a number of documents, rules, consents we need to give, everything we have to sign. But on the other hand,
In ali se zadeva zres reducira samo na to,
da have become empowered so that they know what to post, what not to post, but we ignore the small print when signing an insurance policy contract.
In tudi današnje srečanje oziroma razprava
so it's all about empowerment, and this discussion also aimed at this topic to open up issues. Nobody believed or pretended it's possible to provide answers to all questions. We only mentioned freedom, how we are limited and how our life is directed into the direction we would never choose ourselves. Freedom of speech, restricted freedom of speech in virtual environment. A lot of thoughts were shared.
Tudi moje vprašanje, kdo odnaša smeti v virtualnem prostoru, kjer jih mora biti zagotovo neznansko.
There is also my question, who cleans in the virtual environment? Who takes the litter?
Ker je digitalizacija pač nekaj, kar je
But we
neizbežno.
have to move on because digitization is something inevitable. But the purpose is to live better and easier, and I even got a further message. My robot vacuum cleaner just cleaned my flat, so no need to do it when I come home. All these shifts, all these trends, and these technological transitions will follow, especially if we live up to 100. And it is always an opportunity for something to happen, so that we look through a different prism and that we observe ourselves, because changes can only take place inside us. And then again we ask ourselves, how are we living? Is it good life? Would we want to live better? What about people surrounding us? What about the creatures around us, the environment, the country, the world? Is it what we would envision in our utopian ideas? If we are not well, what can be changed? What can be done differently? These questions might appear simplistic, and they often are, but the answers are not. So the purpose of this event was to open some questions. Maybe we triggered some thinking that will result in some answers as well. But we have almost come to an end. The discussion is coming down the second EPUO forum and the first online discussion, EPALE discussion. So before I wrap up, let me give the floor to Mrs. Zvonka from the Slovenian Institute for Adult Education, and then also the representative from Zmeljevs. Thank you, Brigitta, for excellent moderating of this second session, and all the participants for sharing your thoughts. As you mentioned, more questions than answers, but this is what we like. Within our project, we want to show these peaks of icebergs and enhance cooperation, motivate people, For all these processes, so far 2 fora have been organized. The first one, together with Slovene Philanthropy and another association. And today, the second one. I would like to invite you for further 4 fora in autumn. The topics we will open up are active citizenship, very topical issue, aging society, equally important, if not more, sustainable issues, water, climate, and the future of labor. Stoyan, I can see you nodding, so maybe we can address things that we couldn't today. So this is our purpose, not only this year, but also in the future. So with the absorption of EU funds, this is possible. We will try to identify what already exists, explore new connections. Thank you very much to all of you and goodbye.
Zvonka, najlepša hvala za besedo.
Zvonka, thank you very
Še
much
nekaj
for giving
zaključnih
me the
besed z
floor.
moje strani.
Some
Jaz bi se na prvem mestu
concluding
zahvalila
words from my side. I would like to thank all the participants in this discussion. Thank you for all opinions, ideas. The topic was more
Na drugem mestu najlepša hvala vsem soorganizatorjem.
I would like to thank co-organizers. I looked around because they are
Hvala
sitting
lepa
around.
tudi
I would
tistim,
like
ki
to
ste
thank all
konkretno
those
oziroma online
who
prispevali svoje
joined
prispevke.
us
Bi se pa
online
samo
and
navezala na besede, ko je rekla
presented
Brigitta,
your
da je to unikum
papers.
v evropskem prostoru.
Brigitta
Res
said
je,
that this is
zelo
something
smo
unique
ponosni, da smo
in
veseli, da
Europe.
nam
We
je
are
danes
really
uspela
proud and
prva
glad that we
razprava
have
v
managed to
slovenskem
carry
jeziku,
out the first online discussion in
čeprav zdaj smo
Slovene
malo
live.
dvorizen meč tale izraz. V živo govorim predvsem v primerjavi z ostalimi spletnimi razpravami, ki potekajo na e-pale.
Compared to other e-pale discussions
v pisni obliki v
carried out in written
Vesela sem
format in
tudi, da
English.
smo imeli
I'm also
tolmače.
happy
Tako,
to be
da je
able
bilo
to
tolmačenje
have
v slovenski
interpretation.
znakovni jezik,
So this was
kot
interpreted
iz angleščine v
sign
slovenščino,
language and then from English to Slovene and Slovene to English because we
Tako
had
da
an international
še enkrat
speaker.
hvala lepa vsem, da ste se
Therefore, thank you
odločili
once
tega
again for
dogodka.
joining
Obenem
us
vabljeni na
at this
naslednjo spletno razpravo, ki bo
unique
potekala na
event.
22.
Next discussion will be on the
teden. In pa
22nd
spremljate
of
e-pale še
June,
naprej,
e-pale
vsak dan.
discussion.
Nekoč smo rekli, pa
Follow
se pa držimo, da bo
us.
to pač prvi jutranji klik.
It should
Hvala
be
lepa
your
tudi z moje
first
strani.
morning click.
Ja, hvala lepa, Ana.
Thank you,
Res
Ana.
je, danes nam je kar šlo, kaj
It's
praviš.
true.
Pogumljeni s to
We've
izkušnjo in
succeeded
hvaležni za
and
vse tiste, ki so
now
k temu pripomogli.
grateful
Dovolite,
for
da navržem
everything
zadnjo
we've
misel,
got.
ki ni zrasla na
Let
mojem
me
jeziku,
share
ampak
the
je
last
misel
thought with
Violete
you.
Bulc,
It's
ki
not
pravi,
my
prihodnost je preveč pomembna, da
thought,
bi
but
pustili
Violeta
ključno.
Bulc. The future is too important to leave it
Vedeti moramo, kaj bi
to
radi. Imeti
coincidences.
moramo
We
pričakovanja,
should know what we
vizijo,
want. We
načrt
need
poti.
expectations and a vision where
In
we
dovolite, da
want
za konec
to
dodam še
be.
eno svojo.
And a thought of
Vsem nam
mine.
želim čim vrst vseh prehodov,
I
naj bodo
wish us
digitalni
all
ali pa
different
analogni. Takrat, ko
transitions
se ponovno srečamo.
successful,
Kljub
virtual
digitalizaciji,
or
lepo se
digital
srečati
or
kaj ne bo.
real.
Nasvidenje.
Despite this virtual environment, it's nice to meet each other. Thank you.